I'm going to use.
Yeah, you get a chance to keep that.
All right, we on, brother. Hey, and Shalom, Akim. All right, first and foremost, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. All right, we're fortunately out here in Birmingham. All right, with the brothers in the Birmingham in the Birmingham camp, man. All right, so we're going to the elder brother Aaron get into it.
Yeah, man. Through the spirit of call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for bringing the elders, out from Mississippi, the brothers. And through the spirit, we just want to touch on the fact that right now we're in monumental times, man. We're in times where the Heavenly Father is actually, through His Son, beginning to bring back the children of Israel to Himself, man. And that in itself is a monumental moment. That's something that even the animals, the beasts of the field, they desire. Matter of fact, if somebody know that the earnest expectation of the creature. Kind of get that, because this is not nothing to gloss over, man. The fact that you got men throughout the landscape of America, Babylon, near and far throughout the world, for that matter, waking up and calling on the names of Yahweh, Yahushua, man. That's monumental, man, because the Lord actually cast us off as a people. See? So for now, us to be returning to the Lord, hey, even the animals, man, the beasts, the creepy crawling things, the fowls of the air is looking forward to this.
Yeah, and I can just add to that, that creature ultimately goes to those other nations.
Yeah, creation.
Yeah, because they know who we are.
Yeah.
And they know that only we can bring back order to the earth by way of Yahweh Shai. All right.
Yeah, because like the Pastor Howard touching on is like animals is even, and that's totally correct, because creation is you go into the word creature means creation.
Yeah.
That ain't, when some people hear creature, they think it's talking about some ghoul or goblin.
Yeah.
All right. Creation is talking about the nations. But even the animals, because like the Pastor Howard mentioned that the animals is spiritual, man.
Yeah, that's in Psalms 96. I pretty much, the whole creation is happy that Yahushua is coming.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole creation is happy that we're gonna be back in power.
Yep, that's right.
Was that in Isaiah where it's like a certain type of tree was gonna rejoice?
Yes,
Isaiah 14.
Yeah.
The water. Isaiah 14. Yeah, that fir tree was gonna rejoice at the basically destruction of Esau.
Right.
They showed a quick example in this little film where the scientists basically ripped apart a plant, and they had another plant in the room. And then when the scientists walked back in the room, they had like wires connected to that plant. So the plant when the scientists that murdered the plant walked into the room, the plant that was witnessing it started going off. Like his sensors started going off. So the earth is conscious, man. The animals, the earth is conscious and aware of who's destroying it, man.
That's spirit.
Right.
If you have a cancer inside of your body, every fucking cell in your body is aware of that cancer, man. So the earth is a body, and earth is aware of the cancer that's inside of it, man. That's moving contrary to it. It's not respecting the laws of the earth, man.
Right. Yeah, that's true, man. Because Esau, this devil, like the whales, you got animals in the sea that's swimming, committing suicide, man. Because goddamn, you got poison in the ocean.
Nuclear waste.
Yeah, nuclear waste.
Oil.
Yeah,
Trash.
You got this one island where the trash make an island. The trash made up a damn island, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
What's the scripture? It said the welfare of the earth is the it's in I think it's in Wisdom of Solomon. It says the welfare of the earth is the wise. Well, I'll find that.
Do a little search.
Yeah. Try to find a search on that. But it pretty much goes into the earnest expectation of the creature. Yep. Go ahead. You got it.
No.
Yeah. Go ahead and bring it out. Yeah.
To the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed unto us.
Right, because that's the rite of passage. That shows perfection. Hey, somebody will too, real quick. Baba Shagi, 1 Samuel 2:8. because that links right up with that. You know, that's the perfection of Yahweh Shah. You have to be raised up. Like if you consider a plant, you know, a plant just don't sprout out into a mulberry tree or a great tree. It starts off as a seed and it goes through that rigorous process of breaking through the ground, you know, until ultimately it blossoms and you see it in its full beauty. All right, that's the elect. So if somebody got it.
First Samuel chapter 2 and verse 8. He riseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and he have set the world upon them.
Right, so the welfare of the world is going to be set upon our shoulders. So the earth, yeah, you got something?
I got it, right.
Oh, you got that without? Bring that.
It's on Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 23.
That's it.
And actually, it's like in verse 24, it said, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
See, the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Going back to Romans.
Yeah.
They're waiting on the leaders to come back.
That's it.
And what's the scripture that says? The pillars of the earth.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
And we just read that right here in verse 7.
Oh, okay, so like that, yeah. Because you know you uphold a building with the pillars.
Right.
So we uphold the earth with the wisdom, the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, man.
That's right. Which goes to Isaiah the 2nd chapter where it tells you how the nations gonna flock to us for the understanding on how to be governed, on how to live, man. Because what we push is life. We the carriers of life, man. What we possess actually brings forth and springs forth life, man.
I got it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So Psalms chapter 47 and beginning in verse 8. The Most High reigneth over the heathen. The Most High sitteth on the throne of his holiness. The princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the power. For the shields of the earth belong unto the Most High. He is greatly exalted.
Yeah, that's the word I meant to say, Salat. The shields of the earth belong to the Most High, man. So we uphold the earth by the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Most High. And that's why, if I may say, the Israelites back in the time of Adam were called the sons of the Most High, man, or the sons of God, man, because we have the knowledge to maintain creation.
Right.
We have the knowledge to uphold the earth, man. We have the knowledge of creation, going back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. Okay, all right. King Solomon knew the operations of the winds, operations of the elements, the nature of wild beasts, all right, the virtues, the roots, the times in the midst of times. And I was just watching the film on the Moors, the same way Israel constructed the pyramids based on the anatomy of the stars, the Moors were constructing those cathedrals by the anatomy of the stars, man. That was into astrology, showing you
The
that
same people.
they showing you we're the same people, man.
God.
And everybody was flocking to them when they came into power, because the Moors were the Hebrews, man.
Yeah, you read that book, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders. They tell you, right now I can't think of the exact page number, but I'll bring it out. You know, when I get the page number, basically the empires of significance that Esau said he's pretty much wooed about was the Moors, the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Incas. And one thing all those people have in common is that they all Israelites. You know, but these are the people that Esau, he's amazed about how they ruled, but these are the same people that ruled in the Middle East at one point in time, man.
It all started there, you know.
Fertile crescent, yeah.
It's also the description in Psalms, the shields of the earth belong to the Most High. Shields goes into protectors.
Yeah.
So these are the people that's really is gonna protect the earth, man. You know, you got it.
And Gad was big on that, you know.
Yeah.
Gad was big on that because they were sensitive to the welfare of the earth. So when Esau came, I was like, man, this man isn't respecting Mother Earth or Father Earth that he made. He's not respecting the waters. He's not respecting the trees, you know. All right, he wasn't, because we understood that we have to maintain the earth. We kept the land Sabbath, man. We kept the land Sabbath so the nutrients could be built back up in the soil, man. So we left the soil to let the nutrients build back up. That's why you have deficiencies now. That's why you have diseases now, man. Because you have nutrient deficiencies in your body. But you're so far gone from creation that you're surviving off processed food, man. Your body can't process processed food. It has no nutrients in it, man.
Right.
It's going through a process. How it's going to further process? Like, how you going to digest it?
Yeah, it don't break down in your system without the fiber. It just sit in your shit.
It just, and that's when you got fat buildup, you get the love handles.
Yeah.
All right, you get the artery clogged up with the plaque, that mucus, man. All right, which means you get a thin blood flow.
Yeah, you take a dump every week.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Shit like that, man. That's abnormal.
Pasteurized milk, pasteurized orange juice.
God.
Basically, like that's a process where Esau will heat it up, but he didn't kill all the nutrients out of it, man.
Yeah.
So really, you drinking flat shit. You drinking flat milk,
Yeah.
flat orange juice. He didn't burn all the nutrients out, but he tells you that's better for you, man. You know, so it's evidently this man was created to destroy you. He wasn't created to heal you. Like the healers are here now. Well, you have a shot. He's the physician, but you know, so it begins with him. He's the main guy, but the elect, they're his body. So, you know, we're a part of that healing process too. You all wooed about Nipsey Hussle, but Brothers in Great Millstone been had videos on herbs, man.
Yeah.
You niggas been sleeping, man.
And Nipsey didn't teach you one herbs a lot.
There you got it.
He just talked to you about a man that spoke, taught the herbs and taught how to live. Nipsey didn't teach you a damn thing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, kind of. And then another thing I want to add too, when you look at the planet Earth, right, from an aerial point of view or whatever, it looked like it got whips. You know, like the streets.
Oh yeah.
It looked like, if you look at the slave back, you see the whips.
Those lashes.
Yeah, those lashes, that's how the planet Earth looked.
Was it Esau hurting the earth?
That's Esau. As a matter of fact, if I can't, Elder, somebody get that. You got it, Elder, but somebody bring that up. Revelation 11 chapter, man. Because it's a penalty for that,
Continue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, but Revelation 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hold that too. Yeah, because I know there's a couple precepts.
I think it's 14.
Somebody above our shot at Revelation 11 and 18. Yeah, because if you look at the earth from an aerial point of view, you can see Esau's effect on the earth, man. He put hell, it continuous stroke. Those streets, those highways and roadways.
You want that one first? It's Isaiah 14.
Yeah, come, we can get that one to set it up, yeah. Because us being from down south, like we used to travel over to Mississippi or Atlanta, you can see like those roads is straight through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like a cut through the woods where them devils actually lashed into the planet Earth, man.
And the trees that Esau cuts down is our livelihood, man.
That's right.
Because we inhale oxygen,
Yeah.
exhale carbon dioxide.
God.
How do we inhale the oxygen? The trees emit the oxygen.
God.
They push out the oxygen and inhale the carbon dioxide because they're like humans, man. They're inhaling and exhaling. But the reason why we're able to inhale oxygen in the first place is because the trees are emitting it. But if you cut all the trees down and build a damn skyscraper, what in the world are we going to be inhaling, man?
It's like a yin and a yang. We working in tandem with each other, man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that show you right there, man. Esau is the damn devil, man. They the harbinger of death, Hey, and it all goes back to money because it's for these furniture stores. Deforestation. The paper trail goes back to these furniture companies. We're looking at replicas of wood. The chairs, oak, chest of drawers, and shit like that, man. They do it at the expense of the trees, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the scripture talk about how Esau, we are being ruled by damn children,
Because children don't care about the aftermath.
Yeah.
They don't care about the effect. They just want that result.
And you walking there, what you doing playing with my goddamn debit card? A kid that took your debit card and playing with it like it's a toy,
Or speaking of debit card, you might have a niece's 12, 13. They done went into your Amazon account, start ordering everything. But they don't care about the bills. They don't care about like the effect of that, But see, we care about the bill.
Yeah, they should look at it like it ain't affecting them directly.
It ain't affecting them directly. But somebody got to pay for it. So Esau was like that with the earth, man. He's doing all these things to the earth, but he didn't realize that a generation after this has to pay for it, man.
It's a real idiot.
Industrial
irresponsible,
He's
man.
irresponsible.
Yep, you got it up?
Oh, I got
Isaiah.
Oh, somebody got that Isaiah the elder comment, Isaiah 14 first, and then we're gonna get that Revelation 11 and 18.
No, I'm just saying because they linked up with you.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yep, it actually segues into Revelation.
14
Yeah,
6.
but I want you to hold that, what that was, which Masonic? The welfare, yeah. Keep that on there, we're gonna go back to that.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered.
Yeah, and that continuous stroke is a part of like the elder was bringing out. Back with the natives, they knew about the land Sabbath. You gotta lay off that stroke, man. You know, a year you gotta give the earth time to rest. These devils, if you go into research, you got these devils, right? They'll tie a chicken up under lights and they'll let them keep having them eggs, laying eggs, man. But the chicken gotta have a time of season where it rests, you know?
Yeah, but then which even though Jay loved the bird, I'm guilty myself. But the way they treat these chickens is inhumane.
Oh man.
These different
KFC
plants and houses where they keep the chickens. They overcrowded. They don't got room, so they pretty much they're in a situation where it reminds you of a slave ship, really.
They ran
Defecating next to other chickens.
Yeah, they feed them.
Eating another chicken.
Yeah.
But we put that in our bodies, man. You see, like that's all thanks to Esau. You know what I'm saying? But then the way they mature, is out of order. They growing before their time.
Yeah.
So it's just everything about this man is death, man.
Yeah, they have them on the assembly line. They cut their beaks off and shit, and their beaks got nerves in them like a teeth. And they do that to cows too. They clip off their horns. Man, he's a fucking devil, man.
Right.
And when you go into the scriptures target who the devil is, man. Because it tells you how the wicked is cruel to animals, man.
That's
It's
right.
it's a way you can put an animal down, man, in harmony, man.
Like Kobe beef.
Yeah.
Kobe, they nurture those cows.
Yeah, come on.
You know.
Yeah, man, they torture these animals, man. You can Google, man, with KFC, these different places they do to these damn chickens, man.
Damn shame.
Yeah. And that shit heartfelt, they let you know there's a good chance we elect, man, because we really feel some type of way when we see the animal. I know when I be driving, right, and I see a squirrel, and if you notice a squirrel, right, they always making a business decision. They're making a life or death decision, man, whether they cross the street or not, man.
It shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be that way, man.
It's their habitation.
This is their habitation, man. They was created, and you can tell they're on a different frequency. The way they turn their head, they do it real fast. They tapped into the planet Earth, man. They suppose that's the way they thrive. They're in harmony and synergy with the earth, man. But Esau, being the devil, he turned Isaiah 29:16. He turned this place totally upside down.
That's why the Most High put all creation to exist. Man not supposed to be at war, with creation, with animals, man. But
Yeah.
Esau just a destroyer, man. He sprays these different pesticides. Remember they used to have mosquito truck come through.
Yeah.
The Lord had these mosquitoes here for a reason. Then you got natural repellents that don't kill mosquitoes. Like you can use vanilla extract and lavender, and that's a natural repellent, and it don't kill them.
Yeah.
If you need them, you might, we can understand you don't want them on you like that, but it's a
Yeah.
natural repellent,
Yeah.
and you ain't got to kill them. Esau come through and spray them.
Yeah.
Even coffee beans.
Yep.
Like you look that up. That's a natural insect repellent. But that's in the apocrypha. Man need not to say, well, what use is this or what for is that? All things that are uses.
Yeah.
But see, like that shows you where the devil came in at. Like Esau, he like, nah, like we don't need this.
Yeah.
You're not the Most High, man.
Yeah.
It don't matter what it is. Like the Lord put it. It could be a damn ladybug. The Lord got the ladybug here for a purpose, man.
Yeah.
You may not like it,
Yeah.
but that showed this was that man that was going to be rooted out the earth. Like he wasn't meant to coexist with everything, man.
Yeah.
He's the eyeball, man. And then the brother getting into, man, the elect. The hopeful elect have a careful creation, man. Cause me speaking, I don't even mess with the ant beds around the house anymore, man. I just let them do their thing. They ain't bothering, they ain't bothering me.
I don't care nothing no more, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because That's life. When you like, that's life. You know, who are you to take life, man?
It's a whole colony down
Yeah,
there.
it's a,
You got the power to just shove it up or do, you
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
different. You like, nah, I ain't finna do that, man. You know, it ain't doing nothing to me. Now, if they were just all in the house, you know, of course, you gotta make.
yeah, you gotta make a decision.
Yeah, but nah, they just out there in their
Yeah,
element.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
They doing their thing.
Yeah.
And then everything is the ecosystem. Everything is in harmony. The Most High is perfect, man. When you kill off a certain species, man, that throw off the
balance.
natural. Yeah, they throw off the balance. Yeah,
Like the bees.
yeah, the bees. Yeah. And who the
Yeah,
paper
that's
took over
the
to
big
the
thing.
fucking devil, man? Esau, the so-called white man. You know? Oh, I was watching. You had this pictures, a slideshow, right? They had these devils where they killed damn so many buffaloes, and they had their skulls. It was the size of a damn mountain, man.
Yeah.
Right? Esau just killed off the buffalo. And really, when you go into Esau, they don't understand, like, the Most High have a time where we go to sleep at a certain time and then the animals come out, man.
Mhm.
You know? Then, we wake up because really we don't bump heads. Most High had everything perfect, man. You don't really bump heads with
Yeah,
crazy animals, man.
yeah.
But Esau now, if we look at the woman now, Esau turned nightlife. The idea of nightlife came from Esau, man. So now you
Yeah, you got humans out there around the town with animals.
you
out.
spilling over to when the
Yeah.
animals roll, man.
Yeah, you wonder why it's a deer in your headlights. You know, you,
Thank you.
leave clubs and shit.
Yeah.
You really not supposed to be out.
You don't want to be out. Now
Yeah.
you got a sign up saying watch for deer. You know, but really you spilling over into their habitat, man. And see, it's wisdom that consider these things, but that's why the Most High raising us back up once more, so the earth could go back to its natural, the way it was meant to be. You know?
All right, cool, bro.
Yep, go ahead.
This Ecclesiastes 10:16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Going back to what y'all speaking of earlier, man, the ruler has a child mentality, man. He's very irresponsible how he rules the planet Earth, man. You know, that's why Howard Shine said we gotta cut the days short because of this nigga, man.
Yeah.
You know, for the let's sake, man, will nothing make it. Esau was to continue ruling, man, because he gonna devise more and more wicked, man. They say they don't go to sleep,
Yeah.
unless they call something to fall.
Yeah,
Yeah. He didn't want to take it too far.
Yep.
Yeah, you got some scientists right now in the lab trying to figure out a way to get a man pregnant, man. They put money there this time into shit like that.
Yeah.
You know? That's the devil, man.
They doing it.
Quick precept.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
Yeah, and that's what we gonna. Hey, that's why even the beast is looking for us, man. Because the beast more spiritual than a nigga, man. All right, you niggas don't know that you advocate for us to be your rulers. Every time you wake up in the morning and you sigh and cry that you got to go to work, or every time you lock arms with another so-called unarmed black man shot, right? In your spirit, you calling for us to be the next rulers. Whether indirectly or not.
Yeah.
But in your spirit, you calling for us to be the next rulers, man.
Yeah.
But guess what? Animals know direct. Hey, you even see that with some animals, how they treat you. They look at you, birds and certain shit like that. I know a lot of times I do. Listen, birds fly up to the damn windowsill, man. If you pay attention, birds chirping and shit. All right, or you might run across a pit bull. Was that you? Somebody was with me when the dog came up and got on all fours to me and shit. Man, when I pulled up in my car, man.
Yeah, that means you, yeah.
So these animals, they could tell in the spirit, like, oh, these the next rulers of the planet Earth. They more spiritual than just some Negro out there. Like Apostle Hot touched on briefly, he said a bird is not a homosexual, man. So that show you that they more on a higher level than you niggas,
The
man.
humans.
Yeah.
No, I was just the linebacker.
So that's why read that again out.
Come on. This is Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast,
Well,
but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
right, so the so-called white man, they got like the Humane Society Center, right? They'll say, look, we're off the streets, right? But if nobody don't claim them, we're gonna what they call it? Euthanize.
Yeah, you can put it to death and it's
So that's the tender mercies being cruel. Them showing mercy is cruel. Like they'll say, you know what? Let's spade and neuter the animals, so it won't be no stray cats running around.
Yeah, that's what they say.
But the tender mercies is cruel. It's like that scissors look like a motherfucker with knives picking up a newborn baby, man. They're trying to be gentle with the baby, but they were designed to be a killer, man. So that's Esau, man. And you know what? We're in the perfect spirit for calling you out. The so-called white, we're in the perfect spirit for calling out Esau, man.
And who else gonna do it? That's why the
Yeah.
Lord said, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?" You know, because to be honest, like we really that voice to the voiceless or to the helpless. Because JD want to say something, but they ain't gonna say nothing.
They can't frame it and articulate it. Yeah.
You see, it's like,
Now you got it.
you can see it in the music. Even going back to Sam Cooke, he said change gonna come.
Yeah.
This is what his spirit was crying for, man. The change in the earth, man. You know, you hear Jake make all these different songs, man. They be having like they be going through it. Like the brother said, this their spirit crying out for a change, man, because they know this shit ain't right, man. You know, they know it got to be something better than this, man. This can't be it, man. You know, so that's why the Lord, all right, is raising up his men, man. That's why he's finna be joined back into Israel, beginning with the elect, man, which is their marriage, man. You see, the bride is being prepared for their marriage, man. So the elect can get the earth back in order, man, under your house shine righteousness, man.
Yeah, but this the only way it's gonna happen. You know, I got a precept. The brother that's more of a
That was it over here.
I would say that was it.
Yeah, just going back to how you said even the beasts are smarter than Jake. You know what time it is. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 7. Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming, but my people know not the judgment of Yahweh.
Woo! Hey, that's so. Hey, matter of fact, somebody get Isaiah. I think Isaiah 1 and 3 too. Hey, that's spirit, man. Because the animals, like when the demons got into the pigs, they said we gonna just kill ourselves, man. We ain't gonna deal with the demons. They had enough sense to just commit suicide, other than let those damn demons be in them, man.
Jake loves demons on
Yeah, Jake love demons on. Yeah. God, they celebrate that shit, man. You know.
Got them a pint of lean right now. They best
Hey,
drummer
yeah,
kinda
Easter.
smoke. Yeah. Oh yeah, they
Niggas got
that shit.
niggas taking pictures. The uniform. They got their outfits and shit, man. Sending it to them, motherfuckers.
They went to church today.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Like they ain't even wait till Sunday. They just to finish it off.
Yeah.
This is the good Friday.
That's the climax.
Yeah. This the day he died. So we can gonna go today. We gonna go tomorrow, and we gonna turn around and go Sunday.
And that's vexing to our spirit. That's why we in our righteous lot. The scriptures have a play on words too. You know, like you said, righteous lot was vexed with the key. Yeah. But righteous lot. That's the point. We in our righteous lot, man. So we vex with the conversation of the filthy, man. The fact that some motherfucker finna plant eggs. You know?
Yeah.
When you ever see a hare lay eggs? Or, you see what I'm saying? Or a mammal lay eggs.
Yeah.
That's something a reptile do.
Right.
See what I'm saying? See how confused Esau is, or how Esau trying to confuse the people.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Y'all rather worship Semiramis and Tammuz than worship Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That is.
You know?
Fertility.
But we the odd ones.
God.
We the bad guys, but that's what y'all would rather do. But then it's fine though, because like the Lord said, let him that is just be just still, the unjust be unjust still. You filthy still, you righteous, you be righteous still. Everybody gonna stand in their light, you know. So Esau gonna be the devil. He can't do nothing outside of that, you know. Jake don't be wicked. Even certain Jakes that come in and go out, that's what they was designed to do. And the men is meant to stay in this thing and make it, you know, so they can do what the brother's talking about, man. Actually, you know, contribute and help the earth. Like they gonna do that, man. You know, But yeah, like so, Lord will, we done men and we stand in our stead in these latter days, man, and that should give brothers a confidence. The fact that at least you're one of the brothers that's doing it. Like Elder Malcolm said years ago, at least that gives us the spirit of confidence that we have a chance to make it.
Yeah.
But we obviously see the guys that ain't doing it at all. That don't got a chance. Because you see them not doing it. So what we doing, that should at least give brothers the confidence that Lord will you keep doing this, then you are one of those men.
As of this day, we still in it. That's all we can ask for.
You woke up another day and you know the names.
Done.
That's
You
it.
know the truth.
Yep.
You remember who you are. Like everybody didn't wake up with that.
Hey, that's why Yahweh said, give us this day our daily bread. We know that ain't talking about just eating, because the house said, what? Men don't live on bread alone. So we wake up every day and we still got this knowledge. That's all we can ask for, man. That's mercy. That's mercy right there, man.
Yeah, coconut coming.
Okay, cousin.
This is from the kingdom within. It said 1 Chronicles 16:33. Then shall the trees of the wood sing out at the presence of the Lord, because he cometh to judge the earth.
And you know what? That's the one I had mentioned, but it's in the Psalms.
Okay,
They wrote Psalms,
Yeah.
But how the earth rejoicing that the Lord coming back, man.
Done.
So the actual trees and the rivers
Done.
and all that, like the whole creation. I mean, like the elder said, Romans 8, those going to other nations, but like to add on, like the other, the rest of the creation itself is happy the Lord coming, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why they made that movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Like when you watch that movie, like I like the remake better because it made more sense to me. But you had Keanu Reeves, pretty much he was playing Yahweh Shai. They ain't say that, but he really represented Yahweh Shai. But they had those orbs come down to the earth and pretty much like take the creation to save it, because the earth was destroying itself, man. And then basically he had a meeting with the people of the UN and shit, and they were saying like why are you here to take our earth? And he was like, this earth don't belong to you. Pretty much he was cursing out Esau. He was like, no, it is not. It's like pretty much Esau know what time it is, man.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no way they're gonna make a movie like that.
Right.
And then the very title of that movie is in the Psalms, man. That the earth saw and was still, so like Esau, you know what it is, man. You know your time is up, man.
Hey, can I say something to you? That's why the scripture said, with much knowledge is much sorrow. That applies to Esau too. They know. Like they actually know. When you know what's going on, that brings about sorrow, man. So Esau, they'll try to scratch and claw, do whatever to offset the promises of Yahweh Shai, because they know, man.
That's why in the movies they had a character like Thanos and Apocalypse, all the people that represent Yahweh Shai get defeated.
Yeah.
What the scriptures say, he's gonna be destroyed in his own imagination. Because their movies are part of Esau's imagination. Like he can upset the prophet some type of way. But Yahweh Shai, all right, he's not gonna be defeated, man. And then going back to the creation, if the trees can talk, all you hear these trees saying right now is come. They'll be agreeing with everything. Come. That's all the trees can
You
say.
know what else too? If the animals could talk, they'll say, keep me away from that damn white, that red devil.
Come.
They curse him out.
Yeah, they'll cuss him out, man.
Yeah, because everything, like the elder had said just a minute ago, everything is conscious, man. Because it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, for thy incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Yeah,
So it's really like that. That's why Yahweh Shai said, because there was damn, man. I can't remember the scripture verbatim, but Yahweh Shai was like, if these were to hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. Like that's literal. Because everything got a spirit. Everybody recognizes who the creator is, man.
Yeah, everything actually have a spirit.
Yeah, it got a spirit. Like say in the Apocrypha, but it says even like with the stars, like they be like, here we be, So everything knows, man. It's just this fucking devil, man.
And that's why the scriptures say, I'm the power of the living. Not when Yahweh Shai was going back for the Pharisees, he told the Most High is the power of the living, man. not the dead. So everything is a living spirit, you know? Yeah. You got it up.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 1. For thy incorruptible spirit is in all things.
That's it.
So the spirit of Yahweh Shai, it fulfills the earth, man. Everything is absorbed in the spirit, or is here by way of the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's why the Most High entitled himself, I am. He is breath, wind, spirit. All right, it's our spiritual oxygen, so to speak. You know,
And that's why the scripture says too, wisdom is the motion. What it is up? The passing through all things.
Yeah.
It's more moving than emotion.
More moving than all in motion and passing through all things. So everything that was created, the Lord Yahweh Shai passed through it. It's because of his spirit that it's him, man.
He's the source.
He's the source.
And that
St. John
proves-
1 and 3.
Yep. That proves the higher power, because for some of me that Zaquan used to watch years ago, it was a like a not necessarily a series, but it was, it was a compilation of videos that Esau did. It was called Holographic Universe. But in particular, dealing with the first part, they was comparing like the Lord's creation to like a film director and also a projector. Like that's how you know it's a high power, because life keeps consistent. It keeps moving forward. It doesn't stop or revert. It doesn't go back. Just like if you watch the film like that. I mean, with exception of you having a remote, and, with Esau you can pause and all that shit. But like let's say you actually at the movies, you got the projector. Who's the one feeding those images to the projection? And then it don't stop. So like just comparing that with the Most High, and even dealing with how the Lord created you, the way you view things, like it's like a projector in your mind, the way light reflects in your mind's eye through your physical eyes, man.
yeah, you never see anything directly. It's the little man inside of you that views the world like the guy at the back of the movie theater, and then light hit that screen. Right, the guy at the back of the movie theater is he's showing that projection on the screen.
Yeah.
So you're the little man inside of your mind. He's looking at the world through the projection of the earth by way of your eyes, man. Your eyes is receiving light, but it's the little man that's seeing that little screen in your mind.
Hey, and that's another thing. When you blink, it's like you taking pictures. Like you watch a camera.
Yep.
Like
How your eyelids adjust.
yeah. That's why you got memories.
Yeah. God.
Because this is like a real camera. All that's built off the outside, man.
Yeah.
That's like a spillover or an extension to the prototype. We the prototype.
Yeah.
Cameras is an extension of us.
Yeah.
So what happened with a camera? You flip it, you snap it, right? Then it captures the moment.
Yeah.
But that what happen when you blink. You actually snap it. That's why you have, when you sleep, your eyes, they be rocking and shit like that. You actually program, you're a computer, man.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
about
so,
it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this, brother. Like 2 points I was gonna make. When you have a camera, like you ever look at a camera, and what happens, the lens goes like in and out
Yeah.
because it's adjusting towards the light.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever like turn the light on and look at somebody's eye, they have like colored iris.
Yeah.
The pupil gets small.
Yeah, yeah.
They dilate.
Yeah.
And if it's dark in the room, that pupil.
It looks just like the camera.
Yeah, like you said, the camera's made after us.
Yeah.
And then going back to us storing that information.
Yeah.
You got like 2 stages of sleep when you sleep. You got one part where you storing all this information in your mind. All right, this is another part where your body is recovering itself. That's why you might be sore, then you go to sleep, then you don't feel sore. All right, but going back to you processing everything you did that day.
Yeah.
All right, it's a stage in your sleep where that happens, man. All right, so like computer processing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the Lord does the programming.
Yep.
Like it says in Job.
Yep.
Yeah. So 33. Yeah.
Deep sleep fall upon man.
Rapid eye movement.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
You snap it and you locking shit. And that's why you was in your dream, every face you see, you saw before. Like, even if it's something as subtle as the guy who you at the grocery store who you checked out, it ain't nobody who you never saw before in your dream, because it's you download everything that you have been coming in contact
That's
with.
why I say I come through a multitude of business. Like
Yeah.
everything.
Most of it. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So No, not the spirit, because hey, the spirit like to win.
God.
So real quick,
Isaiah
get what
chapter
you got
1.
there. Go back to what you know, 6 chapter. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Yeah, so that wasn't just written for entertainment. That show you that the animals and the beasts on a higher level than you Negroes.
And those are supposed to be the two most stubborn
Yeah, the two more dumbest and stuff. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, great point. Yeah, that's it. Your oxen, they stubborn, man. You have to beat them into submission. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, but Israel doeth not know,
Mm-hmm.
my people doeth not consider.
They do not consider, man. They don't have discernment, you know. They don't have the attribute that it takes to discern, which is wisdom. Matter of fact, if somebody will get Proverbs 31 and 10, then we'll go back because we was blessed through the Spirit of power, to be accompanied with wisdom. Like you take a kid, what in the ancient world, a man didn't really deal with the kid. And to a certain age, man, you let the woman and the maidens deal with the kid. Why? Because a woman was careful back then. That's why now a woman is considered careless. You know, that's something that you should marvel at. The fact that a woman is out tonight rolling around, man.
Lead the children, or not children. That's made up word. But lead sons in the car, or daughters in the car while she in the club, or she going to get her hair did.
Yeah.
It's in the damn hundreds, summertime and shit. Or she pulled up at the club, got a son in the car, he got a damn gun, fuck around and kill himself, you know, just all type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was unheard of in the ancient world. A woman had a careful spirit about it, you know. That's why she was, the Lord put that spirit on to watch over the little ones. Go ahead, up.
I got that word consider.
I think it's 10.
In Psalms chapter 1 and verse 3, Strong's H995, it says to discern, understand, consider, to perceive, discern.
Right, and the only reason we got that is because of wisdom dwelling with us. You get that real quick out?
One more.
Okay, go
It
ahead.
says to understand, know with the mind.
With the mind, yeah. So you got it, brother.
Proverbs 31:16. She considereth a field and buyeth it.
Right, so wisdom, we actually is accompanied with wisdom. That's why everything we come in contact with, we consider it because we have wisdom with us. The ancient world woman, holding our hands, Go ahead.
With the fruit of her hand, she planted a vineyard.
Yeah. So now you go back what you got.
Okay, one quick precept.
You got it out.
Yeah, it's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, for into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter.
Oh man.
And that's why Esau ain't running the earth correctly.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate malicious soul, let alone a 2/3. You know what I mean? But Esau, he has to run the earth through the left hand side, man.
Yeah.
Because you gotta really believe in the Most High to probably be in tune with the earth, man. You gotta, be in
Yeah,
tune.
you got to though.
But Esau's spirit is contrary to creation, man.
Yep. He's so stupid though, because it's like if you wanted to rule longer, which even though it was predestinated anyway, and it was nothing you could do about it. But if you wanted to live, if you wanted to rule longer, you would have ruled in righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Like it says in Proverbs, the throne is established in righteousness. You will keep ruling. And that's the reason why we had failed as a nation. We didn't rule righteously. So you had, the downfall of a king and downfall of another king. There was a continual cycle up until when the Lord came eventually, man.
Hey, we got that bag up the elder on that. Get Isaiah 24:5 real quick. Cause you know what? That spirit, I thought about that too. Like, damn, it's so simple. Esau bitch ass could have ruled, even though you cringe even think about it, because you like, this motherfucker ain't gonna continue anyway. We don't want him to, but it just show you how fair the Most High is.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you can't blame the Most High. You fell in the same snare. The Most High is a snare, man. He laid the pieces out there and let you fuck yourself up.
But then it's a balance because like the Lord did that. He showed he even did it with us.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna do this to my own people, because Esau, you done read First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. You know, so the Lord said, Jeremiah 49:12, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup. So you read about this line of kings, and most of them that went off, and eventually the Lord had to put them in captivity under the Assyrians or ancient Babylon. But so what's gonna happen to you now? You got all these ancient world examples of what the Lord did to his own people.
Yeah.
And the elite got the records. Because they're the Esau,
they know who we are, man.
they know exactly who we are. They the closest thing to us, so they got all the information. So if you was wise, well, like I said, they say in the Song of Moses, you would have understood your latter end, man. That eventually this shit would happen to you.
Hey, even in the Lazarus and the rich man said they have Moses and the prophet.
That's why they wouldn't listen to them, man.
So that means that they actually have the understanding. They got it in their hands. They know the inner workings, if you will. And I know that's kind of heavy, but they know what Yahweh Shema requires of them, man.
Yeah,
They
because
say that in Psalm 50th chapter.
if one of they dead brethren arose from the dead and cursed them out, told them, better get your shit together. They still wouldn't. They wouldn't believe. This show like they heart hardened.
They're hard. Yeah, they just can't get right. You know.
The way he told Cain, if thou do his will,
Well,
won't that be accepted?
want to be accepted.
You know you weren't gonna do right.
The Lord knew you weren't gonna do that. So the Lord said, you know what? I trust he gonna fuck it up. So I'm gonna give him the world, and he gonna fuck it over. All right, what that was?
Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof,
Which is Esau.
because they have transgressed the laws.
See, because they transgressed the law. So here it is. These devils, they swear in these inaugurations of presidents on the Bible. You go to court. So you got the laws right there, but you transgressed it. That's why when you read Ecclesiastes, it's at the 10th chapter, tell you how the power is translated from one people to another, you know?
Unrighteous dealing.
Yeah, for unrighteous dealing, because you ain't dealing in the law. Yeah, go ahead, up.
Change the ordinance.
You got homos running rampant. You got women with liberty, usurping the authority of men. You can blame
Change the
Esau.
time.
Yeah, you change the time. You can blame Esau for that, man. All right.
Broken.
Motherfuckers say, let's go to Red Lobster. Like, that's the climax. And niggas say, yo, I got bacon on my shit. Blame Esau for that, man. Yeah, go ahead, up.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Yep. So, what you got talking about?
Come on.
Yeah. What you got?
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, so the scripture straight up and down, straight to the point. They tell you how white Esau, and you know who take us serious? The real rulers of the planet Earth.
Right.
You got niggas that laugh and make mockery of it, but guess who take us serious? Pill bombs sprawled over the place. The bankers, man.
Yeah.
They understand what we saying is true, man. And they know that Esau feeble, weak at best, man. They ain't got no strength in there. Matter of fact, you jumping to the 4th verse, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm making now.
Yep, read that.
Back in Sirach 10 and 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord,
Yep.
and in due time he will set up over one that is profitable.
Right, so the reason why Esau power because of the Lord, man. But the Lord knew that them devils weren't gonna keep the laws, they weren't gonna establish his word. So he said, you know what? I gave you a fair chance because them devils back in Genesis 27 chapter cried for a fair shot. And Isaac gave it to him. He said, I'm gonna give you fatness of the earth. Really, when you go to the word fatness, it means the ends of the word, it means to round off. When you fat, let's say you're skinny, right? And you get fat, you round off, you fill your body up. So the fatness is to round off. Even though that means you got everything too, the oil, the diamonds, but it's going into the ends of the world. That's why, the fatness is when you fill out something. You know, you say, oh, she can fill out her frame.
Fullness.
Yeah, the fullness. So, you damn devils, here you are. The Lord gave it to you. He gave you this time right here, man. And what you did with it, you squandered it, man. If that's the word.
Yeah, he fumbled.
Right,
Hey, he wide open in his zone.
I'm gonna draw the play up for you. Oh man, it gonna work perfect. And here you go, you get to the end zone and you it's a touchback. Oh, you know what the coach gonna say? Get the fuck out of here! Fuck out of here, Esau. That's what we had in the province, man. You out of here, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Jump in the same chapter back to Sirach
Yeah, that's a
10.
bad chapter.
Jump to 14.
Mm-hmm.
It said the Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes
Woo!
and set up the meek in their stead.
You know, and that's the meaning of the meek shall inherit the earth. Because
Right.
people read that in the churches. You'll read that in Matthew, but you don't read this right here.
You can tell
It's a rock. Because you don't know about this, but it's showing you that it's talking about the Israelites. Even when Yahushua said that, he was quoting Psalm 37.
Mm.
He was talking about the Israelites, man. You know, so like we're living during a transition period. You know, like showing you like this is Esau's final end, man. It's not a rebirth after this, and he knows this. Like it ain't gonna be another America, ain't gonna be another Roman Empire. Like this is it for you. So really, you got to go all out, and however the Most High have it. Like Lord forbid, we hear another. I mean, it ain't on us, but Lord forbid we hear another 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But this still close. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to do what you need to do. But even within that, you still don't got a lot of time because the Lord still gonna make you speed it up on your end. So you may think you got time to, you know, get shit just how you want it. You know what I'm saying? But you about to be rushed. The brother speaking earlier, like how the time going faster. So you perfecting that microchip that you want to put in people's foreheads, that shit about to be rushed. The infrastructure, because see, they got to change shit, which they beginning to, they doing it at a slow pace, but Esau about to have to move it up, man. So they gonna change everything. Don't be surprised. You go to these different self-checkouts everywhere you go, and you see that microchip technology, man. You know, like they gotta put that shit everywhere for the prophecy to be fulfilled. So going back to what Elder Apostle Tahar said, because it was a video by Jason A on YouTube, and he has some good videos, you know, brothers should watch him. He's not in the truth, but he got good videos, you know, about the end. But basically, technology is evolving and excelling like every 7 months, every 6 or 7 months, man. So we still don't got a long time. Don't think we just gonna be in this bitch chilling. But the point is, they gotta perfect this layout for that market of beast system, man. And that's when we gonna know, like, yeah, this is it. But y'all don't got a lot of time, man. You know, like, just do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you really gonna have to get rid of the internet. This shit you doing with brothers' accounts is this petty shit, these strikes, and that shit ain't gonna work. Brothers can't go live unless they got 1,000 subscribers. Really, because brothers have already found loopholes to that shit. You really just have to get rid of the internet, you know, honestly. You know, but yeah, you got it, bro.
Verse 15. The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and
And well, the brother had brought that out in Proverbs 31 about the virtuous woman, which really represents Israel at this point, the elected Israel. And you do that comely and delicate woman. What Apostle Paul say, he espoused you as a chaste virgin to Yahushua, the 144,000. That virgin considered a field and bathed it, you know, and planting fruit or planting a vineyard. That's really what the elect doing right now, man. Like the Lord setting us up. Well, he using us, but we're gathering the elect, man. But like the Lord told Jeremiah, he set you up to build and to plant. So like that's what we doing. You seeing the building at the house of David. You seeing the planting of the nation of Israel, man. And we ain't going nowhere. And we didn't do this. See, what you fake Jews doing, that's some shit y'all made up, man. The scriptures say, unless the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. So all this shit Netanyahu talking about, you want to stay in office, want to be the longest ruler in Israel, and the third temple this, and we gonna get golden heights. Man, that shit's null and void, man. And the Lord ain't hearing that, you know? You got
Verse 17, back in Sirach 10 and 17. He took some of them away and destroyed them and had made them memorials.
Like he said, he took some of them away because the rest of y'all going into slavery. You know, and you at least gonna be the first ones. Ain't that some shit? And y'all watching this right now, y'all gonna be the first ones to go into slavery, man. You know?
Yeah. He said, and have made their memorial to cease from the earth. Because it's gonna be like Esau never had no kingdom, man. Like we did the lesson last week about the great demolition. The Lord finna destroy this bitch to turn Esau's kingdom literally into dust, man. It ain't gonna be no more ruins of ancient Rome. Ain't gonna be no ruins of New York. There ain't gonna be no ruins of Eiffel Tower. It's gonna be all dust, man.
Yeah,
our kingdom gonna be built, all right, from the foundation, man. It's gonna be like Esau never had a kingdom on the earth, man.
Yeah, chased away as a dream, a vision.
Vision in the night, man.
But then there's something though, because like you have brought out, Esau's memorial is literally everywhere right now.
Yeah.
You know, like because he's deified. You know, he's the God of this world. So everywhere you go is like you reminded of Esau in some type of way. Like you can't go anywhere on the earth and escape this man. Like he gonna have somewhere in another country that's gonna matter. God damn, like I can't get ready from fucking Esau, man. But it's gonna be like that in our kingdom with us.
Yeah.
You see the statues of Kwanzaa House somewhere, like you know, brothers just everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Gold lines,
like something in the Hebrew somewhere.
Charts everywhere.
Yep.
You know, tribes. You know,
that's how it's gonna be.
On
the right hand.
Yeah, like right now, you go somewhere in the Middle East in the desert, you know, they have turbans and tunics on, but then somebody pop up with a Adidas outfit. You know, you know, part of Esau.
McDonald's up the street, yeah.
Just saying that Esau been air striking these nations.
Hey, but it tell you that after the second time, nations gonna flow into Israel.
Yeah, people they gonna ride our wave.
Yeah, they're gonna
see right now they ride Esau's wave, and they hate it, man. We'll say a nation's drunk of wine, therefore the nations are mad. And you know, really it made them a lot more worse off, man. Like they was better off not even getting that damn democracy, man, because at least your country was in some type of order. You know, but like now everybody is witnessing that with a solution. So you would have women in Afghanistan or like certain people in India saying, oh, you know, the Israelites are the so-called blacks in America. Like they making videos like that because they know that really this is the solution, man. And see, and they knew for a long time. See, they just didn't want to tell us because they thought it was a chance of them coming up. But like Esau done fucked them, so like pretty much, I mean, y'all assed out. Like we our best hope anyway, you know.
You can't beat them, John.
Yep, yeah, that's it.
I got a quick on coming, boy. This is another one from the Kingdom Within. It's Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
Yeah, you had this scene from the movie Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Charles Heston. The end of the movie, he thought he was in outer space the whole time. He thought he was like in another galaxy. But he saw like a residue in a Statue of Liberty. And he was like, oh, you did it! Motherfuckers, in so many words.
And America was a desert too.
America was a desert. So the directors went all into the prophecy.
They went right into it.
Can you read that again about the show?
Right, this is Isaiah 65:17. It said, for behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind.
The former kingdom shall not be remembered, man. All right, like it says in Isaiah 14:17, it's like this the man that made the earth tremble. You know, this the man that everybody saying the pledge of allegiance and shit. You know.
Yeah, hey man, don't read the Bible like a damn novel. You'll run into it idolatry or something, man.
Yeah.
Like this is a real life book.
Yeah.
We didn't want to say the word heavens last week. It was talking about prosperous cities, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
You know?
Babylon the Great.
Babylon the Great.
Hell, westernization, man. You know.
That's the problem with our people. They look at the Bible like it's a cartoon, man. When they read the Bible, they think on the cartoon level, man. You know, they don't think like this actually happened, man. Like it's 6 6 brothers here now, man. You know, add 2 more people, and the Lord killed everybody else before, man. You know, he did that right here on this earth, man. You know, that happened, man. Like all these people you see walking around, baseball game, football game, the playoff, Most High flooded all that shit and left 6 people, man.
Yeah, because
You
the
know?
time of Noah, that was a system. People think the time of Noah was just some primitive. Caveman. No, that was a system. There was, how Shah said, it was drinking and partying and giving them marriage.
This happened before.
Yeah,
You know, Elder Crowley Point going too. They had electrician and stuff back
yeah,
then.
no doubt.
Because it said Cain was he was dealing with the outlaws.
Yeah.
You know, and you can do that for electricians, man. You know?
You had DJs. There was DJs in the time of Noah, man. And when Noah said they was drinking, they were banqueting and partying and kicking it. And they were partying and bullshitting. And look, when Noah got 70% of the ark done, you would think that a nigga said, hold up, it's something with this Noah guy. You got this big ass ship, damn near finished now. Hold on, let's listen to Noah. Hey, and that's the same today, man. Right now, the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemashah rested on us, and we going hard body. You know, we bring. Where else has it been a time where men has went into these scriptures with authority like that, man? You know what I'm saying? Because you go to your local pork chop eating pastor and ask him to go into the book of Revelation, he's gonna come right out and tell you, look, that book is sealed. We can't deal with that. Yeah. So think about it. It's the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemashah, that got us established. And it's right before their eyes. So why they can't? It happened in the time of Noah. You gotta think about it. When Noah that was a big ass ark, man. When Noah got 70% of it done, you would think somebody with some sense and say, well, hold the fuck up now. Noah ain't playing, you know what I mean? This ship is done now. Something about to happen, you know? But they glossed over it, they dismissed it. And what happened? The Lord sent that first raindrop. And that's how the missiles gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the raindrops, you got that.
Come. This is Matthew 24:37. But as the days of Noah's were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yep.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Right, so they was kicking it. So the Lord Yahweh, he framed this time period that we're living in now, he compared it to the time of Noah. Oh, that let you know everything go around full circle. Because when you think about a circle, when you just say you start right here, right? But then when you come back around, it can get familiar. You know, it's the same thing, man. So everything ran its course, and we right back in those times, man.
Yep.
And when you read, I think that's Genesis, the 5th chapter, and like, what is that Genesis where they say he sent the comfort of Noah? Somebody try that real quick. I think Genesis 5 and finish that.
All right, verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, so it came and took them all away. So it should be the Son of Man.
If I may add to
Mhm.
basically to add on is that back then during those days it never rained. And
Yeah,
Yep. And
yeah.
then afterwards, and then it started bleeding when it actually started raining. So same time today, you know, when they, you know, we speaking about the missiles, right? The missiles come because really ain't been no never major war ever come upon America. So when it happens, you know, they're gonna start believing, but by that time it's gonna be too late.
Ain't never been no nuclear holocaust, so it happened before. You know, that's why I say in Job, it should be an army that never was before. It should never be out.
afterwards, yeah.
Talking about those missiles, man.
It
It ain't never been no hot. It ain't never been this many nuclear warheads on the planet Earth, man. You know, so just like the brother was saying, it's gonna catch these people off guard because everything coincide with the prophecies, man. When they get that infrastructure for their chip, all right, that's gonna be the same time World War III really gonna hit, man. You know, that button gonna be hit. You know, because like Israel gonna do something stupid like an airstrike on Iran before you know it, missiles in the air, man. You know, and it said they knew not until the flood came. Same way with the missiles, man. They knew not until the missiles come, man.
And the art is the spirit. The art. Marshall did a video how rain is a constant reminder, and that's true because the rain when it come down, it looked like a missile. Like it dropped, and then you see the
Display,
you see the.
That's time, bro.
Hey, and then you know what else too? Like it never been a major event happen in America. What else happened in America? It been self-inflicted wound.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of a virgin. A virgin play with herself. She touched herself, man. A virgin ain't really been penetrated by those missiles yet.
Yeah.
That's why when you read in the Apocalypse, it said she opened up quiver to every arrow. Even though we know that's talking about women, that's twofold. Because every arrow, all the missiles, all these different countries, they're gonna shoot their missiles on this bitch, man. And she open to that.
And that's been told since the time of Adam.
Yeah.
Ever since the beginning, the prophets have been prophesizing of
America.
the time of America.
Yeah.
And our forefathers have been passing that knowledge down generation to generation. It's going to be an end of the age.
America is the climate. America is so important. Why? Because it's going to usher in the return of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, it coincide.
It coincides. I think it was that Jonah the 3rd chapter. Jonah the 3rd chapter going to America. When you read Judges the 5th chapter, where
Yeah, land drawing water.
everything is a build up to America. Chapter really goes into America. Because it actually lays it right out, man. You got something?
I got a quote for the
Mhm.
This is Jude chapter 1, verse 14.
Oh yeah. I was
And Enoch also,
Good.
and Enoch also the seventh from Adam prophesied of these, saying, "Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints."
Woo!
10,000 of his saints, man. All right, and the spiritual, the angel, and the spiritual thing about it, Enoch was delivered. Enoch got caught up in the chariot, man. So that's indicative of the elect. The elect will get caught up in the chariot before the missiles come, man. All right. But the point was, look, we was prophesizing of the return of Yahweh Shai and the destruction of America since the time of Adam. Yup, the seventh son of Adam, that's Enoch. And even back then, it was prophesizing the downfall of America, man.
And you read this Song of Moses, Deuteronomy 32.
Yup.
Like it was a point to where he was speaking as if he was the Most High. But let me just get it. Yeah, it's Deuteronomy 32. And I start at 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I wet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Yeah, what's my glittering sword? What's the Most High's glittering sword, man? That missile, all right? That thermonuclear missile leaving that Shiloh, man, all right? Or like that, how you take a sword out the shield,
Yeah.
and how that missile comes out of that Shiloh, you know, it could be likened to a bow and arrow or a sword, man.
Hey, can I say something too?
Red means sharp.
Yeah. You know the movie, remember the movie, How to Be a Menace, Don't Be a Menace by Drinking Your 40 or some crazy shit? Remember the scene where he pulled his strap, and he pulled his strap, and he said, fuck, he came to Milson.
Little rocket.
Yeah. So that's the spirit. That lets you know that the be all end all is the missiles, man. And you know what we believe in can't be trumped by nothing else. Because you might say, you know what? I got a scenario. We'll leave out in the airplane. And we say, you know what? We can trump that. We're going to leave out in the UFO. And you might say, well, hold up. You know what? No. You might say, I got an AR-15. No, how about a missile come and get you?
So, yeah, but that's the spirit of the Most High. That's why we
can't nothing trump it.
That's why, Lord, we don't men. That's why we gonna lead the way we gonna lead. Cause you can't trump leaving in a chariot. You can't trump destroying a place by new
Miss, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like that's the ultimate.
It's better to know, Elder, that what we got can't be. It's not. Everything pales in comparison to what we got, man. You know, if we can go hard body for another 2 hours tonight, and guess what? You niggas ain't gonna get it. Only the elect gonna get it.
Yep.
You see?
Just like he said when we read Isaiah, my people don't consider. Right? They have no discernment. They have no understanding. All right. Even the dumbest animal, which the scripture said, what, the ox and the ass know his master's crib. But my people, you see what I'm saying? He didn't say the people. He said my possession.
And that's who this goes. Who this goes.
That's
out
right.
to.
This book goes out to you, to the ones that are stiff-necked. All right, the sodest children. You know, but see, we understand. We got the discernment. We got Sophia. That's why we seeking refuge. That's why we doing the work. All right, in hopes that we can, like the elder said, receive that nothing else gonna trump the missiles hitting America. Us leaving in those chariots, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Psalms 91 says, seek, matter of fact.
I know we're familiar with that, but that's a bad.
And then going that scriptures in Deuteronomy, man. Like you just said, the Lord chronological order ain't like that. Because that's when the children of Israel still wandered in the wilderness. He just told prophecy of nuclear destruction. Just throw that out there.
He's gonna go on and say, rejoice all you nations with this people. And that hadn't even.
Israel established a nation. They still.
He says the missiles out there. Just like I bathe my sword in heaven over.
It's like when you listen to a rap song, nigga might be snapping, and then you hear them, but then you keep hearing it, then you hear an ad-libs, you catch something like he said that. Like the most high be ad-libbing, like no missile shot in there.
You know what? He always said, you know what? By the way, I'm gonna destroy America. That's with the script. When you read script, by the way, you know I'm gonna destroy America.
Regardless of what he's going into.
But no, we're going into. No, I'm gonna destroy America, right? You know what I mean? That's the fear. Oh, hey, real quick, somebody get this. I know, Aaron, we're gonna go back to what you got. Somebody get Job 38. You got some over there?
Yeah, I had some back of the house.
Yeah, get that. Somebody get Job 38 and just to add to what we saying. Get what you got out.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 25. It says, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them.
You know, so the prophet been going out since the time of Adam, man. You know, this ain't nothing new.
Oh, you got that too, Luke.
Yeah, that's why the Lord gonna be justified in this great destruction that he got coming, man. Especially to 2/3 of our people, man. Because they've been hearing the same message for thousands of years, man. They refuse to hearken. And he's talking about a specific generation, because if you keep reading, he said, this is the generation of my wrath, man. All right, I mean, every generation that came back, they despised the prophets, man. You know, every generation, man. So now the prophets are here for their reward, and the generation of wrath is here for their wrath, man. You know?
All right. It's the climax. It's like the be all in it.
Job,
Get that Job 38 and 11 real quick.
this is the book of Job.
But we all understand that this book is about prophets. It's all about the prophets, you know. The prophets is the the prophets really is the highest ranking order, man. Because even when you go into King David, they consulted with the prophets, man. Like Nathan checked King David, like, you know, he told him the story about the sheep, you know what I mean? He said, it was you know, you can tell how dramatic that was, man. The prophets is the carriers of the word of Yahweh, man. Like a little baby can walk in, right, with no power. But if that baby said, you know what, mama said you got to clean up the room, that baby got power, man. Because he's carrying the words of authority with him. All right? And what the Lord compared us to babes. Because a babe will tell on you, you know what I mean? A babe, they ain't got no power, but they just told you what it is, right? You know? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Job 38 and 11. And said, hitherto, thou shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed.
Right. And when you read that, a lot of people say, oh, you know what? That's talking about the sea, the ocean. But we know there's a such thing as tidal waves, man. Sometimes the ocean can go past. What's that talking about? That's talking about Esau. Because there's a certain time when Esau can't pass his boundary. That's why when you read Job, the 59th chapter, where it talk about he said, come in like a flood. Esau is compared to floods and waters too, because the flood is overwhelming.
Isaiah 59.
Yeah, Isaiah 59. So read that one more time.
This is Job 30 and 11. And said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy pride ways be stayed.
Right, meaning that they got a time where they can't pass.
Yeah.
So this is the scripture that's going to the end of the world, way in the book of Job, man. Keep reading up.
Yeah, the Lord said He set boundaries for everything.
Set boundaries for everything. For King Darius. Because you got to think about the contemporaries at that time. They didn't think it was a prophet probably aroused up that you don't know about to say, yeah, you know, King Darius going down. And they ain't believe that shit because they like, oh, this is superpower. This man that conquered the known world. He got military presence. All right, go ahead up.
Verse 12. Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days?
Right. The Lord asking you, has you commanded the morning since thy days? Meaning what? Do you know when Yahweh Shai coming back? Because Yahweh Shai the morning, man. Go ahead.
And caused the day spring to know his place.
Do you know when Yahweh Shai coming back? That's what that's talking about. When you continue, gonna show you. Keep reading.
That it might take hold of the ends of the earth.
See? It might take hold of the ends of the earth. What's the ends of the earth? America, man. So Yahweh Shai was given the duty and the task of overthrowing Esau, or overthrowing the end of the earth, man. So that's why I said, do you know when the morning is coming to take the end of the earth? Go ahead.
That the wicked might be shaken out.
See, that the wicked might be shaken out of it, man.
Yeah, because the regular daytime, the sun come up, it ain't gonna. I mean, it'll burn Esau up in the sun, but that's about it.
Hey, you know what? That's the spirit. Cause think about it, like some nigga in the club busting a blunt, right? The morning ain't gonna shake him out of it. Like the literal next morning.
Yeah, the next morning.
This is the foreshadowing of when Yahweh Shai come back and destroy. That shaking is the nuclear missiles, man. So the scriptures always reminding you that the Lord gonna destroy America and take Esau out of the way.
Book of Job.
Hey, you already know the book of Job is a book of prophecies, man. Yeah, go ahead, up.
Verse 14. It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as the garment. And from the wicked, their light is withholding.
Right, that's about us. From the wicked, our light is withholding. There's knowledge. You know, it tell you in Daniel 12 chapter that none of the wicked shall understand.
And the high arm shall be broken.
Right, that's talking about Esau. So we see right here that everything is a build up to America. This is a monumental time that we're in now, which really coming full circle now is going into the time where the Lord chose to bring back his bride.
It's like how about Shema Shah been marketing?
Yeah.
You know how you been promoting like the fight.
Yeah.
Like it'd be a commercial on the
build
TV,
up.
then it'd be a billboard out there. You know, you look on your phone, you say you go on social media, it's a commercial for the Mayweather fight. The Lord just kept putting the destruction of America everywhere. Just like how, you know, they'll market, they'll put it in your face where you gotta come across.
Yeah.
You know, you might walk outside, you got a flyer on your car, you know. That's how the Lord did with the destruction of America. He just put it all through the Bible in here. You know, you got to run across it, man.
Yeah, God.
The commercials come across your phone.
That was it on that Job.
Yeah, that was it on that. Yeah. Yes. You know what? Masha, get that.
Yeah, let's get your main scriptures.
Yeah. Get that one you had, the welfare of the earth. And then you had what you had.
Well, I think mine's no point. I was just holding it for you, but you had already got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They do the running 32.
You want to finish that Romans 8 and preach?
Yeah. I bring that out, then you bring it out. Because bottom line, at the end of the day, we were set up here in the latter days as to benefit the planet Earth. This is the hope. This is that glimmer of hope. This is that light at the end of the tunnel. All the rigorous bullshit Esau done took you through. This reign of terror been for a while.
No, I was gonna make this quick point. How you was going to the promotion of the fight. You know, you was reading about the promotion in the flyers, but now the men on the highways and the byways saying, "Hear ye, the great Babylon the Great is falling. It's falling. Like it's coming. Like now you actually see the men saying it.
Yeah.
First, you was reading in the newspaper articles about some great place is gonna be destroyed called Babylon. Now you actually see men on the highways and the byways saying, ringing the bell, like, hear ye, it's finally here.
Yeah, you actually meeting the promoters.
Yeah. Esau and Jacob, we doing the weigh-in.
Yeah.
You know how the weigh-in, they stare each other down. That's what we doing in the spirit with the elites, man. We staring the elites down, man. You know, they stepped on the scale, we stepped on the scale.
Right.
What it is, man. You know?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, face off.
Yeah.
You get what you got?
It's back in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 24.
Oh, can I say something real quick too? The reconciliation of the woman, that brings the house back in order.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
Well, mom and dad get back together in the house in
There
the
you
world.
go.
The kids ain't wild and crazy no more.
Yeah,
You know?
bring the house back in order.
Yeah, and that make the children sad when they don't see their parents together too.
Yeah, man. Women.
Saying they see some, another nigga in the house.
They ain't with that.
Yeah, it's like this nigga strange, like where my daddy at, or vice versa, depending on like if the mama missing and shit. So,
What does it say? Like the brother brought out, the welfare of the earth is based on the
Yep, that's what he got. Yeah,
So like the mom and that's what you about to
Yep,
bring out.
bring it back, he got it.
Okay, cool.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 24. It says, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Yeah, and then mom and dad get back together. It's the nation of Israel going back to the Most High, and the house is like the world, right?
Yeah.
All right, so right now the mom and dad isn't back together. So like the world, they wild heathens. You know, you got Elam. I mean, what we call Moab eating snake and dog, and basically the world is waxed wicked because mom and dad ain't together. So the kids are like bastards. So the nations are like bastards. They're like the heathens. All right, but when mom and dad get back together and the kingdom is ushered, when they get remarried, guess what? Everybody got to keep the laws of the Father now, man. Like no pork, no catfish, no adultery, no tattoos, no hairlines.
Yeah, because the woman, like she takes care of the house.
Yeah.
Like the father, he's over the house. But like the mother, she gonna take care of everything. So institute them laws, statutes, and commandments. But yeah, you ain't gonna be no do as thou wilt. You ain't gonna be able to, they got the Baphomet.
We might go out there and do a continuation.
You got light on this nigga, man.
Yeah, you see the light on this nigga, man.
You ain't gonna have the freedom to
We're gonna
worship.
zap that shit, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna zap that, man. The outside gonna zap that shit right there, man.
So the idols should be utterly abolished.
Yeah, Lord.
The Gentiles should be a visitation.
Yeah.
But we'll say Zechariah, man, it's gonna be one Lord, it's gonna be one Yahweh, and his name one. You ain't gonna be the worship, ain't gonna be a damn pantheon, man, a worship with many gods, or just make up a god, but it's proved this Babylon the Great, man.
Man, Esau fucked up, man. And only we can see that, man.
Yep. And only like through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, the Lord set us up to where we gonna be the only men that can change it. That's it. Or that's why the elect are also called saviors when you read over
Yeah,
God.
that's right.
It's ultimately one savior, it's one Yahweh Shai, but we're gonna be joint heirs with him. We're gonna help him, like it says in Isaiah, establish the earth, which really goes into restoring the earth, to rehabilitate the earth, man. The earth's sick, man.
Yeah.
It's a meme, Brother Ashiar got it. Basically, it's the planet Earth. Pretty much, it got patches and oil spots on it, but it got a frowny face, but it's looking at a photograph of how it used to look.
And they got tears.
And yet it is crying. Yeah, so like, but that's spiritual, because that's exactly how the earth feels, man. You know, it's this one cartoon. It's like, go ahead, brother.
Oh, no, you got it.
It's a cartoon. It's on YouTube. I forget what guy made it, but the cartoon is called Man. Really, it should be called Esau, but it's showing you an Edomite. He just starts walking through the cartoon and destroying everything. Like he destroys, like out of nowhere, like factories popping up. He keeps cutting off heads of animals, making them into minks and shit. Making fast foods places, all these factories everywhere. Like that cartoon embodies Esau, but it's called Man. And like the end of that cartoon, like the earth is like a huge dump. It's like a huge, like a mountainous dump in the cartoon, and he's sitting on the throne, like he crowns himself, and he just looking at everything as he's sitting on that dump. But then, like, you know, some chariots came down. They had so-called aliens in them, but the so-called aliens, they pretty much stomped Esau out. You know, and they put him to death for destroying the earth. But that cartoon is spiritual. They show you exactly what's about to happen. Because them aliens represented the angels about to beat your ass for destroying the earth, man. You know? Yep.
Hey, it's heavy though. Like all the cartoon, the villains is actually the good guys, man. You know, because Esau and his diabolical mind and his wishful thinking, he want to offset the prophecies. You know, so he said, "Oh, you know what?" In our imaginations, like the Aki brought out, you know, their imaginations, they feel like they can beat your house out. That in itself show you that Esau is the fucking devil, man. You know your house shot the son of the Most High, but you trying to come up with a way to overthrow him, man. Damn.
They don't want to lose that spot.
Yeah, they don't want to lose that spot. That's a wicked motherfucker right there, man. See my language, yep. So, yeah, what you got out. Get the bag of the air.
This second Ezra 14:10. For the world has lost its youth, and the time begin to wax old.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world's lost its youth. Going back to that picture, because like you was bringing out, the earth is like a woman that looks at her old high school picture. Like, I looked so good when I was 19. So like the earth is looking at his old picture like I used to look at.
Hey, then she look at the dude that ran her down through that.
Yeah, like,
I would have been that. I would have been this nigga.
I would've got that nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Uncle Tomahawks is Elder Apostle Rakah calls you. You sell out Gadites that basically want to stay in America. America's far polluted, man.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you want to stay here, man? You want to live off the land, and you know you got this creek that runs through your reservation. It's all polluted and shit, man. Like you gotta let this shit go, man. Esau, this land, the land ain't the same how it was thousands of years ago when y'all was here, man.
You still trying to date this chick, man.
Yeah, she got
old,
yeah.
fat, got
Yeah.
ran through by Esau.
He got ran through.
And you still trying to date her because y'all used to go together back in high school, man.
Middle school.
Middle school. It's over with now.
And that's why scripture talk about no man shall come in,
Yeah.
come into her. With the Isaiah 24, I believe, and 10, where it said no man should come in, they let you know that this woman, this prostitute, this whore, is ran through now.
Yeah.
Like nobody don't want to come in on no more because she ran through, man.
Also, it's gonna be military checkpoints when they shut this place down.
Yeah.
You know, but that goes to a couple things, like because me and the brothers going into the Great Demolition. Esau had checkpoints set up when he set up his New World Order fully, and also like it tells you in Second Esdras
15.
15 and in 16. I think in particular 16, but yeah, that part about the checkpoints in 15.
15, come.
But in 16, where it says how all the paths gonna pretty much overgrow
Yeah.
thorns and shit like that.
Yeah.
I pretty much like this place. The Lord gonna do a work on the world, but in America too. Like it's gonna look horrible. So like it's gonna be on some I Am Legend type shit.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Like
about
that,
that.
like the way it's gonna be looking. Mainly outside of America when it comes to that part, but America too. You know,
Yeah, 'cause you ain't gonna have no city workers and shit like that.
everything gonna be forsaken.
Yeah, everything will be forsaken, yeah. Yep, go ahead.
Verse 11. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already.
Yeah, and if you're spiritual, you'll know that that's talking about how old the earth really is, man.
Yep, 12,000 years.
Yeah, because you got motherfuckers talking about 200,000 years ago. You people bugged out there, man. That's why we know that this is a secret council. Hey,
Yeah.
you got that Isaiah 54? Hold that on there. Yeah, keep going up.
Yeah, because this is one guy the apostle bring up. Basically, he's a philosopher. He said like the history of the world only goes back about 5,000 or 6,000 years. You know, so the earth can't be millions or billions of years old. You know.
Yeah, because you got more than 200 million years ago, the dinosaurs. And this shit wild, man. That's why it's like a you got to fight your way through terrain. You know, the truth is real precious.
It's like a maze.
Yeah, it's like a maze. Yeah.
But that lines up perfectly with that. I gotta get his name with the history of the world going back about 5,000 or 6,000 years, because it took 6,000 years to make the earth, and the angels rested on the 7,000 years. You know, so that makes sense. So 12,000 years, man, 12 parts. And said 10 parts of it is gone already. So really it was giving you a timeline to when you was gonna know you was gonna be in the end, man.
Yeah, because it was 10,000 years before Ezra. Yeah. That's why when Ezra was reading this, it was 10,000 years that already passed through.
Yep.
Then you had the 2,000, when after him, we came with Yahweh Shai, and now we're going into the third day. Going into, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
So, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of the 10 parts.
Yeah, because it was like 10 and a half.
There you go.
10.5. You know? So, but the point is not to go too deep, because that'll be another class.
Yeah, that's what I
But
think.
when you go, the point is the world have lost its youth. And that's dealing with Esau, man. Because Esau has drained the planet Earth. All right, he don't honor the land Sabbath. He don't know when to let the earth rest. And furthermore, when you read Genesis, the 4th chapter, the prophecies is in play, where it said the earth is not going to yield or strengthen to this devil, man. And that's why you got. I had to always ask, what is Monsanto?
Oh yeah, my son's on there.
Basically, you got these devils. They got the earth tied up to a damn machine, man. Incubator, man. Because the earth not yielding this.
Life support.
Yeah, and that's what we come in at. Now the earth is rejoicing because we empowered. Like just some nigga on the cutting board talking shit to us, but the earth itself, this beautiful piece of work of Yahweh Shem is rejoicing that men is raised up so we can rejuvenate the earth. Because the Lord died, and the Lord ain't gonna come off his throne. The Lord got servants to do the bidding. You know what I mean? The Lord said, no, I'm gonna make the earth come back to its rightful way, but I'm gonna do it dramatic. I'm gonna raise up servants and lowly guys to rule the planet Earth, right? See how bad the Most High is? So with that, then go back to where you was at, the 6th chapter. Then, hey, what that was, Isaiah? Yeah, get that.
It's back in Wisdom. Solomon chapter 6, verse 24, it said, "But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people."
See, and that's the pillars. What we were just talking about. So we're gonna uphold the people, the planet Earth in general, man. Why? Through the laws, statutes, and commandments. Because the laws gives life, man. The law is not grievous because the laws bring life. If you don't keep the law, then you're gonna have diseases. You're gonna eat goddamn shrimp and crab and lobster.
You're gonna go off instinct.
Yeah, you're gonna be like a natural brute beast, man. You know? I ain't gonna lie, man. In the world, I ain't even like lobster and shit. That shit, it ain't even never sick, bro. I never liked it. Yeah. I never ain't even liked that shit. Like, never tasted it.
I don't know, bro.
It wasn't good to you. I'm gonna be
No, I'm saying that's good. Like,
I never liked that shit. I was like, this shit just don't sit well with me. Shrimp didn't sit well. None of that shit. So I'm gonna be honest, even that pork shit.
Oh no!
That pork shit wasn't just like that.
Then stop that.
Shit when I was in the world, I stopped eating pork.
That's what we came.
You know?
I kill a bacon sandwich.
Hey, are you sitting here saying?
Yeah. But to the spirit, I'm just being honest, man. I never liked that shit, man. That shit really didn't sit
Good.
well with me like that, man.
And you seen what it done to your grandma. Or you seen what it done to your granddad.
Shit smell funny and
You know?
shit like that. But when you look back at stuff in retrospect, you see it makes sense. You know, everything come together.
Yeah, like you look at our people, man, they have a very unclean lifestyle, and then they wonder why they have, the type of problems that they do, man.
Yeah, look,
You know what I'm saying?
cholesterol through the roof.
Yeah, affecting their body negatively. But all this shit Jay do, man, they carry a certain energy to it, man. You look at Jay, man, we got to get all into it, and we all, got affected like that, but they living quarters, like Jake's space, you got an infestation problem, and like roaches and all type of shit like that. But then you gotta look at the energy you surrounded by, man. It's nothing but negativity drawn to Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like what you eat, what you believe in, your lifestyle. Like
I got more.
that shit, it's affecting you, but what's around you too. But like pretty much, hey man, we tell them brothers that's watching, at least, and if you new to waking up to this truth, man, let that shit go, man.
Yeah.
Brothers name them unclean foods, just all type of stuff, man. Like, hey, looking at another woman that don't belong to you, like you shouldn't want to deal with somebody else's woman, man.
Yeah, that's the opposite.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these women out here, and that's Jake. Number one main demons is adultery. Like, you know how many single women it is out here you can get, man. You don't got to deal with, and then Jay used to have some type of honor back in the day. Like they'll say, well, hey, I ain't gonna deal with, hey, that's my homeboy girl. I ain't. You niggas don't even got that type of code now, man. These new niggas have no honor, man. Like as far as like this new age, these millennials, like it's really a super do as thou will spirit. But that's how we know that generation is gonna be judged, man. As far as you brothers, y'all coming out of that, because Elder Apostle Hart was talking about it recently. We know the law not gonna save us, but we still keep the laws to the best of our ability. And you keep the main laws too. Like the scriptures really hits on that, because Apostle Paul was talking about that. You definitely don't commit them sins unto death, man. So like we push that for brothers, because you newly coming into this truth. We let you know you still need to keep the laws too, man.
Yeah, the brother got no place.
This is Proverbs 30:12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
And the brother Benji from Chicago brought that out recently, man. This that generation, man. Like that's not just written there. Like that's that generation. The Lord said it shall not pass. So all these things be fulfilled. That's them same niggas that got him crucified, man.
Yeah.
Same niggas in the wilderness. Same niggas in Judges. They just couldn't get right. Etc., man. So Lord will we preserve from that. Because the Lord he got two parties on the earth. You got the 2/3 and you got the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? But Lord willing, just hope you ain't a part of this judgment, man. You know what I'm saying? You coming in, use whatever gift the Lord gave you and go hard in it, man. Whatever it may be. So you can be preserved from all this shit that's coming, man. We don't just do these shows. We do them to build up ourselves, but also for those of you out that's watching, man. Like I say, you continue the word, you say yourself, and then they hear you. We're going to get ready to close this out in a minute. But just, I was just saying, man, like you brothers, hey, take it more serious, Right. A lot of Jay on the comment board. Hey, it's fine you post scripture, but make sure you really hearing the message, man, because what if they cut this shit off tomorrow?
What you gonna do?
What if the internet is gone? Like you was just too busy speaking your mind instead of listening to what was said, man.
Yeah, and finish. You finished that one? Yeah. Yeah, the elder said we're gonna close up, but we're gonna Get what you got right quick? Isaiah, was it Isaiah 54?
55.
Something like that. I think it was Isaiah 54.
Good.
Where it say, like a woman forsaken.
For your
Then you get that. Because now the Lord, it was a point where the Lord forsook us, man. And when you consider a woman, a young woman with her husband, if she was forsaken, that was earth shaking, man. That was detrimental to a woman back then, you know. That's why even in the law protected women to a certain extent. When you go into a token of virginity, man. If a dude try to put a woman away after they was married, then the parents present that token of virginity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they try to say, you know what, this woman wasn't faithful. That's why that law was in place, the token of virginity. And really, that's what happened with Joseph and Mary. If you go into it, that's why Joseph tried to hid that marriage because he popped Mary before a time.
Yeah, we say we put away privily.
Yeah. Because he didn't want to shame.
He didn't want to put her out there, make it seem like she was a whore.
Yeah.
Because the families ain't come together.
Yeah. So that's sort of the law protected women, man, because the Lord know the mentality of a young woman and her husband, that dynamic between a young woman and her husband, man. Really, a young woman, a woman, period. Your God is the man. You can't just go to the Most High.
Y'all gonna learn that too.
Yeah, women gonna learn that, you know. So a woman put her stock into a man. So that's why when you read the scriptures, what we about to get, this is a parallel to how it was played out with Israel as a whole with the Most High. So the Lord actually bring us back. You know, really, the scriptures tell you that if a woman lay with another man, she defiled now, and that man really shouldn't take her back. So by the Lord taking us back, man, that's a heavy,
Sure mercy.
that's sure mercy right there. Oh, so what y'all say?
I got that.
Cut. Wow.
It's Isaiah 54:4. It said, "Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither shalt thou be confounded. For thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore."
Oh, and that's why the
man.
scripture say.
Wow.
Oh, Elder, can I say real quick? You know, like even in the time to come, with women, some women gonna take a hold of one man, and it says just take away our reproach, man. Because reproach to a woman is not having a man over. That's why a woman in their spirit, they want a man, man.
Yeah, starting back with Eve.
Mm-hmm.
The report started in the garden. All right, she went off, man.
Yeah.
So Eve gotta get removed from that curse by getting attached back to us, being back under our vibration,
Yeah.
back under our leadership.
That's right.
Yeah, you women thinking you can supersede your man and you can just do what the hell you want to do, you're gonna learn that that ain't the right way. And it's feeling for you right now. You see that this independent bullshit ain't working for you damn women. You know? Yeah, it's you know, dealing with their approach, going to your man not being over you, and also you not bearing children. And that's all due to this feminist movement. You know? So it's gonna be a complete role reversal when Jacob's trouble comes, because women gotta see shit, you know. Just like for you know, with brothers operating off faith, we didn't have to necessarily see anything, but we saw things in our lives that the Lord let us know, like He was doing this. Like it was points where the Lord would jack brothers up, or certain things that happen, or brothers go through near death experiences and stuff like that. Like the Lord was showing, like He was doing it. So even we had to see things, you know, to an extent, but like dealing with the woman, like it completely has to be that way. But just, you know, going back to the brother's former point, that proves how we being reconciled back to the Most High. And even though like we was like a whore that He put away, he bringing us back, but He gonna renew us this time.
Yeah.
You know.
Verse 5, it said, "For thy maker is thine husband, the Lord Yahweh Shah host is His name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the power of the whole earth shall He be called." For the Lord have called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth when thou wast refused, said thy power.
Yeah, and that's the nature of a woman, man. When a woman is forsaken by a man, that's look, man,
That's a harsh feeling.
that's harsh, man.
Well, yeah, that's why like women they real timid when it comes to who they get their heart to. You know what I'm saying? But and so we really pissed the Lord off too, man. End up in this situation because our women all messed up. But this how we did him. So like this the result.
Yeah, we was discussing that, briefly off camera. Like, all brothers got that situation, even if it's just a little moment in time, where some women really just fuck you over,
Everybody, yeah, we
All of
are.
us got that, man. And that's the most I showing of how we play him,
Yeah, you find out the woman you was dealing with either dealt with somebody before you or after y'all done broke up, she get with somebody.
Yeah.
Or she just left and got with somebody like their righteous anger would say.
She just didn't respect you.
Or just didn't respect
Yeah.
you.
Oh man, I can really relate to that one too. Like you just want this bitch to do, and the most I rub it in your face. You be like, damn, I said, bitch, all you had to do is do what I told you to do.
Yeah.
And then you think about it, damn. That's all the most I want to do. So the Lord is a snare, man. The way he go about his business, he's omnipotent. He's great. We can't put in words. The power we have about me outside. Say that. This is gonna put it like Paul said. Oh yeah. It's not words lawful for us to come up with when dealing with this, but in our spirit. Oh, that's what the scripture talk about, like through our groanings. So trust me, our connection is there with the Most High. We get it. All right. We understand that we paying for our shortcomings. You had something you said? Yep. So go back there. I don't know if y'all want to go to that Ezekiel 16.
We probably say it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that from. We going so hard about it that it offset charge. Hey, that's the story right there. So y'all want to close out? Y'all got closing statements, y'all.
Okay, well, with that, brothers are edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to double honor to our apostles, great millstone, rule well, peace and blessings to the house of David, the elect. Till the next time, shalom.
Shalom.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah.